Hope it's not nudity. Well, it might be. Hello there, Tool Army. It's me from the future. Or are you about to see me from the past? I don't know. But I had to split this Undertow thing into 2 videos. So for this video, I'm going to unveil the CD, which I actually did a few days ago. And then I will come back and tell you all about the album, what I thought of the album. So let's go back in time a few days. This is me looking at this CD. And just, it's Tool. I don't know. Just take a look. Notice the giant crack. I have done 2 Tool unboxings. I'm just calling them unboxings, but really like album unveilings. Lateralis and the other one, which was quite an experience in and of itself. I still buy CDs. I know I'm in the minority with that. But I just like having a physical copy. Buy physical media. Alright, let's do this. Alright, I turned the focus on, so hopefully I don't have too much trouble, but that's always, it's just like the running theme with this kind of thing, is to have a horrible camera experience. Not that you've not seen this before, but here's our cover. Parental advisory. Explicit Maynard. Alright, here we go. You ready? You know what's in here? I'm expecting this to not be a shocking experience like the last one. We do have a pig back here, so if that's any indication of what I'm in for, ASMR. What is going on? What? Alright, here we go. We're getting somewhere. This beautiful crack. Look at that. It's like cracked and then cracked some more. Okay. Forks. They're forks. I didn't even realize they're forks. It's a pig head. It's a pig head with forks. Are we able to see this? A pig head with forks. And then this is the same as the back, I think. I didn't show you the back, sorry. You've probably seen it though. It's just so shiny, you can't really see anything. Alright, let's go through this booklet. This is when I get scared. Alright, now that there's no shine, here we go. Now, is this supposed to look like a rib cage? Because to me, it's a rib cage. Who is that? There's a naked person in here. They're naked. What's the casting call for something like this? I mean, do they just say, hey, in search of a large person who does not mind being nude and laying in the fetal position while we photograph you from above and put you in our CD. Sorry, I wasn't sharing. I mean, what's the vision here? What's the vision? What's going on in the background? I just have so many questions. And they use the same, like, fuzzy looking, because I think I had this problem in the last one. Like, I thought I was losing my vision, but it's intentionally blurry. At least I hope. It's not that blurry though. There we go. For a second. It'll focus on this person, but not the words. Alright. I don't know if I can show you this part. I'm going to put a finger. I'm going to put a finger. Is that what I think it is? This is worse than I was expecting. This is worse than the last one. I can't even show you these things. I can show you this one, I think. But I'm going to cover up. Let me cover up that side. Is that what I think it is? You can tell me in the comments. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you're dying to tell me. I'm afraid to open this edit again. Here, not sponsored. Not sponsored, but I'm gonna use this. Not sponsored, but this is the best chapstick I've ever used, Aquaphor. This stuff is good. My little sensor, my aqua sensor. I mean, do I want to open this up? I don't know that I want to. So the casting call for this, I'll just show you the top, and then we have this person here. I'll just show you this much. I mean, you've seen this. I'm sure you've seen this. And then this person, let me just cover. I mean, I don't know if YouTube would be like, excuse me, but I'm just being safe. Better safe than sorry, as they say. What? All right, Maynard is getting a dental exam. Looks like Adam just had one, so he's a little sore. Paul is trying to be Pinhead, and Danny's having an existential crisis. Trust me. Oh, that's sober. I was like, trust me, trust me, trust me. Yeah, I get it. Oh, here. I wasn't sharing. Let me cover the nakedness. Here. So, to repeat my commentary, Maynard, dental exam. Paul, trying to be Pinhead. Danny, existential crisis. And Adam just had a dental procedure. And the meds are wearing off. Hey, this is all off the cuff. You know, I don't write a script. I've thought about that. You know, these YouTubers that write a script and then they do a video. Like, I could be a lot funnier if I sat down and wrote a script, but this is just right off the cuff, you know? So just keep that in mind when you want to tell me I'm not very funny. Here's this pig again. Tool is just out there. They're just out there. You know? I mean, they're in water, right? Is this the whole water theme with the Undertow? I mean, I guess that... Nothing gets past me, tell you what. So, I'm trying to remember what Lateralis looked like. All I can remember from Lateralis was the different pages that had the layers, like the muscles, the skeleton, the skin, whatever. I don't remember it having, like, shocking kind of imagery, unless you want to call that shocking imagery. Alright, I'm afraid to look under the CD. That's the last thing I need to look at. I am legitimately nervous to lift the CD. But I will do it for you. We'll do it together. We're going to do it together. Ready? Okay, ready? Hope it's not nudity. Oh, it might be. It took me a moment, but I'm pretty sure I'm looking at a cow licking itself. I think because I have the, I probably shouldn't do that gesture. I have the, where the CD sits in the thing, that I can show you this without YouTube being upset about it. Yeah. Yeah, that took me a moment, but that's definitely a cow with its tongue out in the nether region. Gonna put it back together and all right, gentlemen, so there you go. That's Undertow. Oh, Intolerance is the first song. That's nice. I mean, that's convenient since I just listened to it. So what I'm going to do is give this whole album a listen, and then I will come back and I will let you know what I think about this album. But just before I even play it, and you know that I am a huge fan of Angry Maynard. So some of these songs really stick out to me, but the album as a whole, I'm not quite sure yet. So I'll give it a listen and we'll see how that goes. So I will see you for that right now. Fade to black. Hello again, I'm back. I survived the Undertow experience. This album was like a totally different listening experience than I had with the other two that I've done. Because when I was making reaction videos over the years I've been doing this, Angry Maynard was just sort of sprinkled in. Every few videos I'd have an Angry Maynard song. But when listening to this album start to finish, it's just like Angry Maynard from the moment you start it till the end. Oh my god, Maynard, get it. I'm not saying it was too much Angry Maynard. I'm just saying I'm not used to that much Angry Maynard at one time. It was just such a different era, you know, when I think of songs like Fear Inoculum or Numa, where it's just so floaty, as I say. This is so far from that. It's just really fun to see how far they've come. What I thought I would do is just sort of go track by track and just point out some of the musical moments that really stick out to me. I mean, alright, I was gonna just rant about Sober for a second, but I guess we'll go in order. So it starts with Intolerance. I think that's a good way to start this album. It's just like, just punch in the face right from the start. It sort of gives you an idea of what you're in for with the rest of the album, I think. That was so cool hearing live. And having that be the first time I heard it. I don't know how that worked as far as splitting that reaction up into like 7-second increments, but that's what I decided to go with for that. Alright, track 2. It's no secret that I'm not the biggest fan of the song. However, the intro to this song is one of my favorite ones. It's just so, the way it like... And then, you know, the groove of it. I love it. I'm going to try to keep this short, but when I first did Sober, whatever that was, I just fell in love with that song instantly, and I just listened to it on repeat for days. And then I haven't really listened to it in a long time, so hearing it again with, you know, the album was just really awesome. And I stand by that song is just perfection from the first note to the last note. Just all of it. You know, lyrically, but all of it. It's just perfection. And it's one of those songs, like, if that was the only song Tool ever made, I think that would still be... I think that would make the band still be one of the greatest bands of all time. I don't know if that sentence made sense. I had trouble getting that one out.
I will find a center in you. I will chew it up and leave. Trust me.
But really, it's just that, it's that awesome. So that one, not to spoil my ranking of the songs, but that one is definitely at the top. I think I already spoiled it, but yeah, that one, untouchable. Bottom also has one of my favorite musical moments, this one. I don't know what it is about the way he sings that, but I just absolutely love it. I don't remember, because I haven't seen my reaction to that since I made it. I don't remember how I felt about the speaking part of the song, but listening to it now, my instinct is to just skip it. And I will say, when I had this in the car, I sort of skimmed this part. Like, if you hold it in my car, if you hold in the button to go to the next track, it will like skim. And I sort of just skip through the talking part and wait till Maynard comes back in. It's one of those, like, every once in a while I think you would sit through the whole song. I don't want to speak for you guys, but that's sort of how I feel about it. So, Henry, no offense, but just not every time. I just don't want to hear that every time. That's all. So the part right here when it's just Maynard and Paul.
Tried to keep her home, but there was nothing I could say.
And then they all come in. Love it. And of course we have Talking Maynard in here. And it had the really cool, I'm listening to it right now. It's going back and forth. This part of the song, I better pause it. This part of the song reminded me, like, if someone was really in love with Maynard, like super fan, they would sit there with their headphones on and they would just loop that part of the song when he's saying my love for you. And it's like he's just going around in circles.
This is my love for you. This is my love for you.
Just a real self-indulgent kind of moment for the fan. I bet you someone's done that. If you've done that, like, you know, tell me below. Don't be ashamed. We're all friends here. And just shout out to Paul for the bass in here and the album as a whole. But just, you know, some of the parts in Crawl Away, just like bass perfection. So next song. Oh, Swamp Song. Love Swamp Song. I have fond memories of making the video for Swamp Song. It was a lot of fun. Because of the whole idea of it being Maynard's birthday and like having someone who wasn't invited crash the party. I was just having a blast with that whole idea. But the song as a whole, aside from my crazy antics, this one, like some of the verses he just sings with such abandon. I mean, I know he's done that elsewhere in other songs, but for this song in particular, it just really sticks out to me, that kind of singing. This right here. Yes? And I'm going to call it Sassy Maynard. Like, this is the sassiest Maynard that I can think of. I mean, he definitely has some sass going on throughout this album, but this song really, he's bringing the sass. Sassy Maynard. I need a new sticker. That one's definitely a highlight, Swamp Song. And then we get to the title track, Undertow. I forgot how much I loved Undertow. I was thinking... I'm going to spoil my ranking here again, but I was thinking Swamp Song I liked more than Undertow, but I think that's not true. I think Undertow's got to be higher. The power of Angry Maynard is just unreal. I love how it starts too, the vocal, and then it just gets into that groove. It's just perfect. Every element blending together just to create perfection. That's what this is. Oh my god. And there's this cool vocal effect whenever Maynard does the shut up thing. It's almost like a build up, like a shh, which I don't remember the first time doing the video. It just gives the shut up like a little bit more sass. No, it gives it a little more power, like the build up to it. And then also this song has the really awesome time change. Next song is 4 Degrees. It's like I forgot all about the song, but when I put it on, I was like, yes. Yeah, it has the like really cool intro with a really different sound for them. 4 Degrees is like one of those songs that you would hear on the radio and just sort of groove to it. And then when you stop and look at the lyrics and you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sure I'm leaving out a lot of your favorite moments from the album, but I don't want this video to be an hour long. It's probably already too long, and we're not even done yet. So next song, Flood. It wasn't one of my favorites when I heard it, which was kind of surprising because I think most of the songs, if not all of them, my first reaction to them was just a really positive one. Like I was just instantly in it. This one took me a while. I like it a lot more now than I did initially. I really like the long intro. It's one of those things like the first time you hear it, you don't know when it's going to start. Once you know the song, I think you can really appreciate a long intro a little more. When you're on video, a long intro can be sort of like, you know, when's it gonna When's something going to happen? So this brings us to Disgustipated, which I obviously did not film. That was something. That was a lot of crickets and a lot of guns and sheep preaching and chanting. Yeah. And when I heard those sheep, I was like, wait a minute, was that a sheep on the CD? Like the actual CD? I thought it was a pig with the forks because of the back of the album. But I think that might have been a sheep. This is necessary. Life feeds on life. Life feeds on life, feeds on life, says Reverend Maynard. So, tell me what this is all about. I guess I could read about it. I kind of wish I did film a reaction to it because I was legitimately nervous because I didn't know what was going to happen. Because when I started hearing the animal sounds, and then I thought, we're at a slaughterhouse or something, aren't we? Am I going to have to listen to animals being slaughtered? I could say that it wasn't an enjoyable experience because I was too worried about what was coming. And I can't see this song, like, this might be one of those that I never listen to again. And, you know, I can say that because, as you know, I don't kiss your butts. I don't kiss the butts of the Tool Army. Your butts are getting kissed by plenty of other people. They are well moistened by the lips of many, so you don't need me to do it also. Just saying, I can't really see myself sitting through the, 50 tracks or whatever it is to get to this song, even though they're 1 second. That was pretty clever though, I have to say, to get to 69 tracks and just have these 1 second blank ones. That's clever. I like when bands do that kind of thing. I'm glad I finally got to hear it because I was intrigued by it as soon as I heard the title way back when. I had the lyrics up here. The part that really got me was the carrots. These are the cries of the carrots. Tomorrow is harvest day, and to them it is the Holocaust. So I'm really interested to hear your take on Disgustipated in the comments. Let me know what you think about this song, what it means, what it's all about, and if you skip it when you listen to the album. So let me see if I can rank these songs. Number 1 is Sober. Done. Alright, I'm going to just not really think about it. So we got Sober, and then I'm gonna go with Undertow, Swamp Song. Crawl Away. It's getting harder now. Bottom. Intolerance. 4 Degrees. Flood. Disgustipated. Is that all of them? I would have to listen to Flood more. I might end up moving that, but that's just right now sitting here based on my memory how I would rank these. So let me know your ranking too, if you could do it. Give yourself a little challenge today. But as a whole, I love the album. I love this era of Tool. I liked finally putting it all together. Like I said earlier, how I listened to Undertow out of order, months apart. So to hear them all together, how they're supposed to be, that was, it was like finally I get to experience the way it should be experienced. So yeah, big fan of the album. Still loving Angry Maynard. So I think that will do it for this video. We've spent a long time here in the Undertow, so I hope you have enjoyed it. Get to dry land, and more Tool on the way, of course. I don't know where I'm going from here. Tool Army, thank you so much for watching, for being patient in my long hiatus. It's good to be back making videos again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you for another one.